Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It's been a long time. Hope you guys are doing well. So you've seen the picture, you've seen the video of the house flip we're making. So let's get into it. So the first thing I like to do is draw a starting line. I don't have a marker. I hope my pencil is showing. So the first line is a draw from here. We have to draw our bust line, our chest line. So my bust line here is 11 inches. Then my under bust is 14, while my half length is 17. So I'll be adding half an inch to that. So I like to take it in two places so that I can get a straight line. So that is 11, 14, and 17 and a half. So let me put this into a straight line. So I've actually turned them into a straight line. Another measurement I forgot to add is the chest line. So how do you get the chest line? I usually use my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Then remember that our shoulder is not straight. So I usually slope my shoulder by 1 inch. So that 1 inch I'm going to slope my shoulder with. I'll add it to the chest line. So that is 9. So this is 9 from here. Okay, so that's all. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to input here is the shoulder. Our shoulder is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8. Then I'll add half an inch. That's for my joining allowance. So I'll take it here. Then on this chest line, our bust is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. So I'll mark it 9.5. Also here, come down 9.5. Then this is our under bust. Our under bust is 31. It's almost similar to our waist. Our waist is 32. So 32 divided by 4 will also give me 8. So I'll just mark the 8 here. Then I'll connect. So let's go. All right, so this is what we have. So from here, the neckline is is a what's it called, bishop neckline. So I'll be doing 2.5 for her. So this is 2.5. Remember I said I was going to slope this by 1 inch. So I'm going to connect. So that is, I marked 3 inches. I just put a dot here. Then I sloped this one by 1 inch. I connected it. But neckline is 2.5. So also this place is going to be 2.5 as well. This is 2.5. Then I'll get my curve ruler. Then I'll connect this. So that is what we have for that. So our nipple to nipple is 8. So that is 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. So I'll just mark 4. I'll be adding seam allowance while I'm cutting the fabric. Okay, so I'll also bring it down to the bust point. So this is it. I'll connect the straight line. We're doing princess armo princess that. So I'll first of all get a midpoint from here. So that is 4. So from the 4, I'll come in by half an inch. So for the half an inch, I'll just connect it here. Let me use my this one. So this one used to get all the 3 points together. That is from here to here and yeah. So this is the hammer. So this princess that has different ways of cutting it, but I usually stick to this one, to the midpoint, and I will come down by 1 inch. So from this midpoint now, I'll just connect here to the bust point. So this is my bust point. So after you've connected, don't worry about this one, we're still going to blend it. So after you've connected it, then you come down here by 1 inch. So that is 1 inch. So for a bust size 38, she's not too busty. So you can do 2 inches. So I'll do 2 inches for her overall. So that is half an inch here. Then I'll take 1.5 here. Then same thing on the under bust, half here, 1.5 here. So let's connect. This ones are going to be straight. Then we'll be using the curve for the upper part. Okay. So from here to the bust point, just connect it. If the person is busty, you can come down by 1 inch so that there can be enough space, but she's not really busty, so that's why I just connect it. Whereas if you look at it very well, even this curve just top somewhere like half an inch before the bust point. So just connect it. Also this one too, you do the same using a curve ruler. So from this place, we're going to connect it also to the curve, to the bust point. So you notice that I brought it out. So that's 1 inch that I took here. I'll be adding it back here. So do you see? Because from here, let's take the measurement. So this place is 8.5. So if you now measure it again now, this is like 4.1. So that 4.1, if I measure it from here, it will not give me that 8.5. But if I bring it here, so it gave me that 8.5. Okay, I hope you understand. But if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section for me. So this place, I'm going to be curving it, making sure that it's curved. There's no sharp edges anywhere. So this is all about our princess dart. So whatever thing you have here, this is like 3 inches. Add it here. Let's just say like half an inch. So add it here. Then whatever you have here, we took 2, add it back. We also took 2, add it back. So this place is just, we'll just connect it like this. All right. I'm still holding on to this one because I want to add the seam allowance here. So for me, I'll just add 2 inches seam allowance. So this one too, I'll be adding 2 inches, so it's not enough. Okay, so for me, I'll just draw it down. So do you see? So this is all we have for the princess arm holder. It's as simple as that. So if you have any question, you can just drop it. So remember that when I'm cutting now, after I've cut it out, I'll be adding seam and half an inch seam allowance here on my fabric. I've already added here. This one doesn't. So another thing I'll do is add half an inch on this side. Half an inch. So that is all for this one. So another thing I would like to do is our front half length is 17, while the back is 15. So that is 2 inches. So come to the bust point here and mark your 2 inches. So after marking your 2 inches, just connect it here. So this is what we have. But let's cut it together. So let me get this. So this is a paper tape. So you notice that this piece is not straight. So just join it like this. Okay, I will continue. I've made mistake. I'm supposed to connect this one back to the back to this place. Oh god. Oh, it's not nice. So after you drag, you put it out. I did 1 inch, right? So you just connect it back to the hammer. Connect it back to the hammer. So you're supposed to connect it back to the hammer before you cut it. So this is what we have for front and the back. So look at it here. So these are bust points. So do you see that they matches? So after joining it, if you feel like the hammer is too outside, you can still just trim it out a little bit. But this is what we have. So I'm going to ask to put, the only place I'm putting seam allowance is just the space. So I'll just add 0.5. Add 0.5. I hope you see. So I'll be drafting the back on the fabric and the skirt on the fabric. So this is the only thing I do on paper, and the reason is because of this side that I can't be folding on paper and I don't want to take it as that. So that's why I'm doing this on paper. So let me bring out the fabric. The skirt. So I have here my waistline. So waist to hip, that's 10. Then the full length of the dress I'm making is 35. 35 minus 17, that gave me 18. So I added 1 inch for seam allowance. Yeah, because I like to reduce my lining by half an inch. So that is why I have this. So the first thing we're going to do is our waist divided by 4. That is 8 inches. So you just input our waist. Then on our hip is 11. So this type of style that we're doing, it has to be exaggerated on the hip side. So I'll be adding 2.5, then 1 inch for seam allowance. It doesn't really need a lot of seam allowance so that you can relax. So whatever I have here, I'm going to put it here. If it was a line, there used to be some that are A-line. So you have to add maybe 1 or 2, but this one is just a straight one. In fact, I'll be reducing this down part by half an inch. So I'm still going to input this 11, then the 2.5. Then so instead of me to add 1 inch for seam allowance, I'll be adding half an inch. Like I told you, it's like a pencil, so I'm going to be reducing it. So I'll just connect it. Then I'll connect the waist to the hip. Give me a minute. So I'll be connecting my waist. I didn't have seam allowance. I'll just add 1 inch seam allowance to it. So then I'll connect it. So do we see what we have here? So this is what we have. I hope you're seeing it. Is the chalk really visible? Let me remove it so that you can see. Sorry. So this is the waist, the hip, and this is the full length. My chalk is not really visible. So this is my waist divided by 4, then 1 inch. My hip divided by 4, then this is 2 inches for the exaggerated hip, then 1 inch for seam allowance. And I brought it down. I just removed half an inch because I want it a little bit pencil at the lower part. So this is what we have. I'm going to cut it out and use this to cut the back. Okay, so this is the front after cutting it out. So I just place it on the back. So here I'm going to be, I hope you can see it. Okay, so here I'm going to be adding zipper allowance. So this is what I use for my zipper allowance. I use my ruler for my zipper allowance, so I'll just mark it straight like this. Okay, so on this hip line, I'll mark it out. That's my hip line. So I'll bring it here, align it together, let it be aligned. Then this one, on the hip line here, I'll just mark it. Then also here, I'll mark it out. Then here, because we want to contour this back. So on this waistline, we're going to take in 1 inch. So that 1 inch, you return it back to this place. Then on this hemline, I'm going to take 1 inch also. So that 1 inch again, I'll return it back to this place. Exactly 1 inch. So I'll get my curve. So this is my curve. I'll connect the 1 inch to the hip line here. I hope we can see. Then this 1 inch that we bring out, I'll also connect it to the hip line with a straight line. So do you see? So this 1 inch, you bring it out here to this place. Then also bring it out here. So do you see? If the person has a lot of bum, you can still, make sure that your zipper allowance is maybe 1.5. So you can have half an inch for butt. But she doesn't really have butt, so I'll just contour it like this. Hope you see. Then I'll cut it out. Let me cut it out and show you. So this is it after cutting it. So this fabric is very soft, very soft. So I'll be adding the fabric este to it, so that it can give it a kind of thickness, because by the time you sew it, it has to be standing ugly. Then I'll also double my interfacing around here so that I can have that thickness. Okay, let's keep going. So I said I'll be drafting the back directly on the fabric. So this is what I have done. I took half an inch here, then just the same process we went for the front. So but the only thing different from this back is the zipper allowance and also the length. So the back half length was 15. So this is 15 and a half. This is a chest line, and this is a bust point, that's 11. So the same thing we did on the skirt, the contouring that we did, I went in by 1 inch. You connect it to somewhere here. So then you have to return it back, because it's as if you're cutting away the fabric. So you return it back, and I connect it back. So then our bust divided by 4, our waist divided by 4, and I added seam allowance. So I hope you understand. So another thing I like to do again is the side. So this is the front. I like to bring it back to see if they both matches. So you see, they are both matching. They are the same measurement. So in case I have any excess or something, sometimes I'll take it from the hem, or sometimes I'll just take it from here. So but you can see that they both matches. Do you see? That's all I want to do. So let's continue. So this is for the decorative sleeve, the one in front. So I've cut a strap of 1.5 inches, so I folded it into 2. I don't know if you can see it. So I just sew like a 0.25. Oh. Okay, so 0.5, and these are the boning. So I cut 15 each. So I'll turn this one with my loop turner and insert it. Also for my dress, I'm done. I have copied everything. So I'll show you the inside. So this is the sleeve. If you don't know how to go about the sleeve, you can tell me so I can drop a tutorial about it. Then this is my neck. I also have how to cut collar on my channel. Then that's the back of our outfit. Let me show you the inside. Very neat. Here is the inside. Here is the inside. You can see. So remember I told you that I'll be adding ST. I did add ST to this one. So do you see? So this is the only place I brought out. Then I had a small slit here. So but this is the inside, this is the outside. So I thought of sharing. I don't know, maybe we'll have somebody that might be having issues to do this. So I finished this one. So this is the second one. All you just need to do is, this is the body, fold it into 2. That's what I did there. And I'll start tacking it. Very strong. This is very strong. very strong. So just keep tacking it and add the other two to form 3. So this is after I'm done with the 2. So I think there's 1 here. There's 1 here. So look for where to put it. Then figure it out. So I think this is what I will do. Like, you know, this is fabric. So I'll just pick one of the fabric, pick 1 here, pick 1 here, and tack it. Then I'll do a bead on this one. Then also with this one. This is the bead. All you just need to do is, you know, just to cover all the stitches that we've made. I hope you see it. So let me put it. It's not my size, but let me put it on so that you can see at least what it looks like. So this is the final look. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. I hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Like I said, the person is bigger than me, but at least you can see how it looks. Thank you. See you in my next video.